what's going on? This is our very first podcast, and why don't we just introduce ourselves, Keith? A bit about ourselves, what got us into true crime, our background, how we met, where we live, and what we are drinking.
Hello, listeners, and how are you doing, Stephanie?
Good. I have my beer ready.
Lovely. I wish I had my own.
Oh, you don't? I thought you were going to be with me on this.
And no, I am with you in spirit.
Okay. So that's how we're formatting it. Only the storyteller, is going to be drinking.
No, but there will be maybe the next episode. I will have my own beer.
All right.
Yes.
Do you want to know what I'm drinking today?
Yes. What are you drinking?
I barely had time to pick it out, but I did want to go local. And it's Fruit Engine Double White IPA and it's by Wellington, since we went there together. So I thought this was a good one. It's based out of Guelph.
That's not the time that we went there, right? Like you didn't buy it at that time.
No. That wouldn't have
back?
lasted. Okay. No, I just got it at LCBO, and it is 8% alcohol.
Nice.
Yeah, it just the fruit part kind of got me. So I'm like, okay, feeling like something fruity, but not necessarily sugary.
Well, I'll definitely try that once I'm back there.
All right. Okay, or you could also get it at LCBO. So anyways, Keith, what got you into true crime?
So when I was a child, my mom would always put on like those shows like Forensic Files or
Was that
America's
your babysitter?
Most Wanted. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like all this stuff that she was telling me about kids getting kidnapped. And there's actually one experience that I had in my life that stuck to me. And I think it's also the reason why I'm fascinated is I was on my way to school one morning and there was a commotion close to my house.
Like, what do you mean by commotion? Like cars or like people gathering around or what?
Yeah, it's just a group of people gathering around something. I don't know what it was, but when I came up to it, it was a dead body with
Are you kidding me?
I'm
you never
not
told me
kidding.
this.
I don't think I ever did, but this was
Okay.
grade 3. I was still living in the Philippines.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah. So there's this dead body. He was tied up with like galvanized wire from
gosh.
on his appendages. So his arms was tied up, his legs was tied up. He has like a bloody sack over his face.
Oh my gosh.
He's dead. And
Okay.
then someone like put
just in the middle of the road or like what?
Middle of the road, side of the road.
Okay.
And there's like a sign on him saying, "Don't trust me because I'm a drug pusher." So I'm guessing it's some sort of vigilante justice kind of thing. But yeah, so I guess having that type of experience got me into true crime because I wonder like how can someone do such things?
Right.
Also interested on how the human mind thinks or how it works, like what possessed people to do such heinous things.
Yeah, that's a part of true crime I'm interested in as well. What is this, the culprit's background, what happened in their childhood that made them like this. And I also grew up watching like America's Most Wanted as well.
Right.
And what struck me about that was that he just seemed so raw. He wasn't like a professional, like he wasn't a newscaster or anything like that. It just seemed like John Walsh, he was kind of just launched into this, this crime fighting kind of right on air, that kind of thing. And it was really exciting, when it first came out and everything. I mean, it's still okay now, but I just remember I would just watch it every single week. Like I was like a devoted fan. So
and
yeah, and
how
I
old
watched
were you
Forensic File. I don't even
during
remember.
this time?
Whenever it started, okay, that's how old I am. So whenever it started,
8 years old or something, because I started watching true crime stuff around that age.
Probably, like, my parents were immigrants, so they didn't know what rated R was, they don't like we would just go to a Blockbuster and just, pick up, like, a case with, like, a naked woman with boobs, like, in the horror section, and we would just rent it, like, my parents never they didn't care, They
Mm,
didn't know about this rating system, nothing, they just wanted to shut us up or whatever because there was 4 of
mm.
us, so that's a great way taking us to the video store was a great way to kind of just shut us all up, so it was just free for all, you know?
Yep.
Yep,
No,
so
I know. I
maybe
mean, it's a
that's probably how you
combination
grew up
of
too, right?
right. It's a combination of having like, non-westernized parents and being I guess non-western person.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Like
And this is since this is our very first broadcast, we thought it would be a good idea to cover a case from Mississauga, and basically that's our hometown. I mean, Keith wasn't born here, but I was born here, and this is where we both live right now, and this is where we met. So you
I'm
want to
as good as
dive
born
into this?
here.
Huh?
I'm
Yeah,
as good
right.
as being born
Exactly.
here. I've been here like longer than I have lived in my place of birth. So
Okay. So you're basic this is your hometown.
this is
Um
hometown.
Anyways, to start off, why don't we give some facts about our city with the weird name, Mississauga. So, just some facts. Did you know that Toronto Pearson International Airport, where you land if you're visiting the GTA, is actually in Mississauga? And Pearson is actually Canada's largest airport. In 2021, we had a population of just over 717,000 residents, making it the seventh most populated municipality in Canada, third most in Ontario, and second most in the GTA. Again, this is from 2021, so I don't know if anything has changed. Like, I'm sure the population has changed, but I don't know if the ranking has changed. Economy wise, over 60 Fortune 500 companies have their global or Canadian head offices here, with the main industries being big pharma, banking, financing, electronics, computers, aerospace, transportation parts, and equipment industries. And you know what else, Keith? What someone mentions Mississauga, what do people think of?
I think of the mayor of someone
Okay, like you mean the ex-mayor, right?
the ex-mayor, sorry, probably the
Yeah.
longest mayor of any city.
Probably. We just,
That's
had maybe 2 2
right,
mayors or interim or we're on our second one since, Hazel McCallion,
right.
left.
Hurricane Hazel
Yeah,
McCallion.
Hurricane Hazel, but you know what else people think of when or people, like, I guess, within the GTA area or the Golden Horseshoe? When I say Mississauga, they think Square One. So, that's one of the largest malls in the country, which is open on most holidays, and I dare you not to go there. All the locals know not to go there on the holidays because
Right.
it's just rammed, okay? Notable people in Mississauga include Bianca Andreescu, the tennis player, Alicia Cara, the singer, Winnie Harlow, the vitiligo model, Carla Homolka, unfortunately, the Barbie killer,
I did not
Simu
know
Liu.
that.
Yes,
She is
Simu
from
Liu.
here?
Well, this is according to my research. Either that or she was born here. Simu Liu, the Kim's Convenience Shanghai whatever actor, uh, Maitreyi, I'm gonna butcher this name, Maitreyi Ramakrishnan from the Netflix show Never Have I Ever, and John Tavares from the Toronto Maple Leafs. So those are just
There's another hockey
some.
player.
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
it's Mike Pekka.
exactly. Oh,
No, wait, who am
I
I
am
thinking of?
I'm a non-sports
Spezza.
person, so other
Jason
than the big
Spezza.
names, I wouldn't know.
Another Mississauga hockey player. We're
But
pretty good
anyways,
with like producing hockey players.
are we really? What team does he play for?
He played for the Maple Leafs before he retired. He actually played with John Tavares. So there
Hello?
was one time that there was two Mississauga.
Seconds.
The cool thing about this
And
app that we're
now
using,
on
it
to the
doesn't matter
case
if it
of
freezes.
the Harrison family. A family? Yes. Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
just
the
edit it.
Harrison family. This is our first case of this series, and he is. They are a family of three, and all three family members, unfortunately, they were killed within 4 years in the same home. So we decided upon this case because there's a lot of layers and it's just kind of freaky, to know that this house is kind of it's in our hometown.
Still
So,
there.
introducing the Harrison family. So the first place I turned to for my research is Google. And did you know that the actual listing for the exact location of our first that's the first I'm like, I can't read now. That's our actual listing of our first case, and it's categorized. If you Google it, it's categorized as a historical landmark. I don't know how I feel about that. It's kind of I don't know how do you get a Google listing as a historical landmark?
Is it historical
Do you know?
because of the murders, or is it historical
Keith?
for something else completely?
You cut out again.
I cut out again?
Yeah, I Googled it. So I was Googling this, and it shows up on Google as a historical landmark, the house where
But
this all
why is it
happened.
historical?
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Keith? Do you have like a bad is there like a bad internet reception? You keep on cutting out. Hello? Hold on, you
Can you hear
keep
me?
on cutting out.
I'm gonna switch the
How
internet.
do
Just give
I
me a second. 1 second. We can edit this out. I'm gonna use the other internet. 1 second.
I just sent something in the chat for you, Keith. Because I can't hear you at all.
Can you still hear me, Steph? Okay, what? Give me a second. How is it now? Oh, trying to.
I think your video's now frozen. Oh, I hear you.
Can you hear me now?
But I think yeah, yeah, yeah. So what's going on? Is it your internet connection or what?
Yeah, we're trying out a new internet device, and
What is
apparently,
that supposed to mean?
we're switching over from cable internet
Okay.
to 5G. But I think
Okay.
the issue that I'm having is I'm too far from the modem because it's like downstairs.
Okay. Can you get one of those I don't
Yeah,
even know what
so
you
I think
call
I
them.
need an extender. With the older internet that we have, I have an extender right here in the
Oh, okay.
bedroom. That's why it's still working.
Okay.
But no biggie. I mean, we can edit whatever.
You can edit because I don't know how to do any of this stuff.
I'll edit. I might just leave it just raw.
Are you serious with all these like cutouts?
Interruptions.
Interruptions and silences?
I
I think
mean,
it's
we'll see.
better if you okay. Okay.
I'll take a listen
Anyways, yeah,
after.
take a listen and see what you can do because honestly, I have this is not that my that's not my gift to edit. Um,
All good.
so all good. Okay, so did you know when you Google this house where this crime happened, it's actually listed as a historical landmark. So I'm
Yeah, and
not
I was
sure how
asking you,
yes.
why is it listed as historic?
I have no idea, and I wanted to ask you, my question was, how do you get, like, something listed on Google? Like, does it go through official channels, or can I just look it up, Google the address, and then mark it as an historical landmark?
You can definitely do that with Google Maps,
Okay.
but like there's also so the community that uses Google Maps
Yeah?
can also revoke it if they don't believe it's
Oh,
true.
okay. Okay.
So maybe
Um, as
that's why
far as
it's
I know, this house is still standing, so, I don't know about you, but if I were the current homeowners, I wouldn't want that listed.
or
Because
I'll
I'd
probably
be kind
just
of
do what they did with Paul Bernardo's house, right? They
like,
just
what, burn it
destroyed it
down?
and built a new one,
Oh
changed the
my
address and everything.
yeah, change
Which,
the
fun
sign of
fact,
the door.
Stephanie and
Yes.
I took a picture in front of that property.
Yes,
Yeah.
we should share it as, part of one of our pictures. Anyways,
Maybe on the social media
yeah, yeah,
when we get that
do
going.
you have it? Do you
We
have the
don't
picture?
have a social media page yet, but
Okay.
it's definitely going to be up there when we have that going
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
again, if I were living in the house, I wouldn't want random people driving by or people, just gawking at my house. So this house is located in Erin Mills, which is a leafy, family-friendly part of our fair city, and it's the former home of the Harrison family. And again, weird things happen here. How weird, you ask? What about three members of the same family dying in the same house within 4 years of each other? So the first one to go was Harrison patriarch Bill. On April the 16th, 2009, Bill died suddenly at the age of 64. He was an analyst for Sobeys, and he was described as a role model to his sons, nieces, and nephews. In his spare time, Bill coached Little League, and he was even a big brother. His death was ruled as an acute cardiac arrhythmia, so like a heart attack. He was found on the bathroom floor, and there were signs of foul play, like unexplained marks on his neck and a fractured sternum or the breastbone. Unfortunately, at this time, his only son, Caleb, was in the slammer for a DUI, which involved the death of a taxi driver and injured two of the passengers. So Caleb had split up from his baby's mama, Melissa Merritt, in 2005, and it sounded like he went through a hard time. He was charged with domestic assault, and shortly after that, his drinking just spiraled out of control to the point of his arrest, but more on that later. So just keep that in the back of your mind that he was in jail for DUI while his dad died. Then a year later, after Bill's death, on April the 21st, 2010, Bridget, the Harrison's family matriarch, was found dead at the bottom of the main staircase. After coming home from school, her grandson found her lifeless body and ran across the street to the neighbor's house to report it. She was 63. Bridget was a former TV stage actress turned teacher, principal, superintendent in the Peel Region's school board. Although neck injuries, in quotes, were noted as her cause of death, including several broken ribs and neck compressions, it seemed like the findings were kind of swept under the rug, along with any inkling of a potential suspicious death. Homicide was ruled out by the investigators, and it was determined to be an accident. Okay. I'm thinking this happened because her like maybe there was nobody in the house at that time because I'm guessing her son was still in jail, and then her husband had passed on the year before. Then finally, on August the 23rd, 2013, Caleb, the last remaining member of the Harrison family, was found dead in his bedroom at Pitch Pine Crescent by the cleaning lady. He was only 40. Only after Caleb's death were the deaths of his parents investigated as suspicious. Family and friends say at the time of Caleb's death, he had managed to turn his life around, had a job, and was a devoted father. So what happened? Was there a hex on the house? I could see how a heart attack of a middle-aged man, even if he was fit, be overlooked, but how does the death of the wife, who had signs of asphyxiation a year later in the same damn house, not even be fully investigated? What's that saying? Once a mistake, twice is a coincidence, and three times is a pattern. It turns out that all three murders stem from an ongoing contentious custody battle between Caleb, his estranged wife, Melissa Merritt, and her new partner, Chris Fattore, over Caleb and Melissa's two children. This case included allegations of domestic abuse, Caleb to Melissa, although Caleb asserts that he was just trying to defend himself against Melissa, a DUI imprisonment, loving grandparents who were trying to get temporary visitation of their grandchildren, and even a kidnapping moved to another province by Melissa and Chris with the two kids. And who can forget police incompetence that helped drag out this murder of Harrison parents and could have prevented at least Bridget, if not both her and Caleb's death. In and around the death of each of the family members, conveniently coincided with the key moments with ongoing and contentious custody battle. On the day of Bill's death, Melissa and Chris took the two kids and fled out of the province. Contrary to the custody order, which gave Bill and Bridget their son's rights, while Caleb was incarcerated for the DUI. So the day before Bridget's death, she was actually set to testify at the parental abduction hearing. You see, Bill and Bridget played an active role in their grandchildren's lives, and it drove Melissa crazy. Her thinking was that Caleb couldn't take care of his own children and that he would just dump them onto his parents. And as for Caleb, after some time of allowing unsupervised visits with Melissa, Caleb changed his mind and he didn't want that arrangement anymore. So he just had to die as the last remaining obstacle in Melissa's and Chris's way to get the kids. Unlike Bill and Bridget's death, Caleb's was ruled as a homicide by asphyxiation. There were obvious signs of a struggle in his room where he was found. And remember, he was living there on his own because his parents were both passed. Ultimately, Chris was linked to Caleb's death. Chris was the current partner of his estranged wife. So he was linked to Caleb's death through DNA found underneath Caleb's nails, and a pair of runners from Walmart covered in Caleb's dog's hair, which were collected from Melissa and Chris's trash. Police surveillance were finally done after Caleb's death. Then in January 2014, cops flew out to Nova Scotia where Melissa and Chris had relocated, charging both of them with Bridget and Caleb's death while continuing to investigate whether or not they had anything to do with Bill's. During the police investigation, Chris finally confessed to killing both Bridget and Caleb, but insisted that Melissa had nothing to do with the murders. And finally, in January 2018, both Melissa and Chris were found guilty of Caleb's murder, while Chris was charged with Bridget's. Facing a second-degree murder charge for Bill's death, Chris was found not guilty due to insufficient evidence. Both Melissa and Chris received life sentences with no chance of parole for 25 years. Their children, not sure if it was just the 2 kids or the 6 in total, because I guess Chris had other children, 4 that Melissa and Chris had on their own, were sent to live with the Merritts, Melissa's family. And that is the end of the strange and sad case of the Harris family.
It's tragic.
Yeah, very tragic, and I'm surprised that this house is still up, and I'm wondering like who lives in it and what they know about it and all that other stuff.
Makes me feel for the children, you know. Like how do you live the rest of your life? Well, I'm assuming the children knows what the mom did.
I think it depends on whether or not the grandparents chose to tell them, right? They have to know at
But
some
like
point.
what did she told her kids when their father died? Well, I guess they just
Probably a
it was
lie.
an accident, right? An accident or
Probably accident, which
something.
Granny died from accident, and
Slipping
um
on the stairs, right?
yeah,
Apparently. Yeah.
exactly, and Grandpa died from heart attack, right? Supposedly.
Yeah. Well, normally we should do like a review after to cleanse our palate, but
So, a review of this. So, are we eventually gonna be drinking the same thing? Like, is that ideal for each
yeah,
episode?
we can
Or
freestyle.
are you gonna be drinking something else?
Uh, it's better if we drink the same thing, but it doesn't matter. I
Right.
guess if we do a podcast in the same room, then we'd be drinking the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So this is pretty strong. Again, it's 8% alcohol. Um and it apparently won some award, I see here. Ontario Brewing, oh my gosh, can't even read this. So small. Awards. 2024 gold winner. That's not why I picked it. I didn't even see this little tiny little thing here. This little emblem here. But I just picked it
it's a
cuz
nice
I was
graphic.
yeah, I was drawn to the fruit engine.
Yeah,
Yeah. So me and Keith, we're gonna try to do this once a week, release
once a
an
week.
episode once a week.
Yep.
We're open. We kind of have part of a working title, but maybe you guys could help us come up with another one.
Yeah, we'll take turns. So next week it's my turn.
Yeah. And do you know what case you're doing?
Uh, I don't know yet, but it's gonna be a surprise.
Okay. It'll be a surprise to me too. Don't tell
Yeah,
me, okay? Don't tell me
I
anything.
won't tell you anything.
Okay.
It might
So
be the one that we spoke about before, or it might not.
okay. So, see you at cycling tomorrow?
See you at cycling tomorrow. Oh, yeah, we didn't even tell them how we knew each other.
Oh, yeah, from cycling, and, Keith does want to, incorporate some bike parts, which unfortunately I won't be able to contribute to because I don't know anything. That's not my interest at all, I just pedal.
Well, that would be me next week.
Okay, so you could do your, bike part next week, and if you want, you can also review a brew.
Yeah. Maybe you should put up some of your listing too. So for the listeners.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Sure, sure, for
why
sure.
not?
Okay.
Plug away, right?
I will.
It's
Okay,
going to
so
be out there in the internet, and who knows who's listening. If you guys are from Mississauga, my friend Stephanie is a real estate agent.
yep. So I
So
can right now it's a buyer's market. So if you want to buy, come talk to me.
there we go. And we will probably put her contacts on our future social media pages, which we don't have yet. But
Sounds good. And we're also going to try to make this interactive. So if there's any cases you guys want to hear about, let us know.
right. Through
All
any of the
right.
social medias that's about to go up. So
Okay. All right, Keith.
anyways,
See
thank
you
you,
tomorrow.
Stephanie.
No
Yes,
problem.
and thank you for the listeners. I hope I don't want to say enjoyed the story, but I hope it's informative, and the reason why we do this is or I guess the reason why I'm also fascinated to true crime is to keep my guard up just in case something similar would happen.
And keep the guard up for your kids, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves, everyone, and Stephanie, take care always. Thank you for joining us or joining me.
Yeah, and see you
It's
next
been a
week.
pleasure. All right, goodbye.
Okay. Bye.